Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. ये सब अगरबत्ती हटा दो, remove all the अगरबत्ती. इधर में भी है दुनिया भर की. थैंक यू. We all have to go through different stages of evolution. As a child, when we are born, we don't know how to walk, how to talk, how to eat. So we have to learn that. It is necessary at that stage. Then we go to the school. Don't switch off the lights. So they should not sleep. So then we go and learn. Today Mike is playing fun. Why the mic is doing? So we first go in the school, and am I audible to all? If this, how do you say no if you are not hearing me? There is something wrong with the mic, man. Hello. You should take care of it. So we cannot continue to be in the same class for the whole life. So we first of all go to, let us say, KG1, then KG2, then primary, then middle school. If somebody says, no, I like the miss from the KG1 class, therefore I don't want to go to the next class. No, we have to grow. Exactly the same way, on a spiritual path, till such time we take this world as real and we take ourselves to be the body, dharma and yoga is necessary. But can we continue our whole life only in this? See, why you are playing with me today?
No, we are not.
Hello. Testing. Hello.
So speakers are somewhere here or what? It is sucking the sound.
Yes, we are okay now.
You are not okay. Can anybody hear me?
No. He is going to increase the volume.
Hey Krishna, Narayana, Govinda. यहाँ तो आती है, वहाँ नहीं जाती. This particular wire you put in a different hole. You take this one and put in different hole. I think your mics are allergic to my voice.
No, no, no.
Let us pray to Radharani ki jai. Am I audible to all now?
Yeah.
Thank God. So, like our life is a step-by-step evolution, similarly, the spiritual unfoldment also takes step by step. Every step is necessary, but before we take the next step, we should be ready to leave the earlier step. Then only we can go. If we hold on to the earlier step, we cannot take the next step. So first of all, we lead the life of dharma, very good. Then we practice yoga, very nice. Then whole life spent only in that. What next? Like you should be good, you should not hurt others. Okay, next what? So we come to a cul-de-sac, a blind end. Then we graduate. Because in the dharma and yoga, what was our struggle? Our struggle was to fulfill our desires. That is all. Whatever we do or do not do, it is exclusively meant only for one purpose. And that purpose is to fulfill one's desires. Like, we take food for what? So that we are happy. There are people who abstain from the food, they observe fast. For what? For getting happiness. Some people sleep up to 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock for happiness. Some people wake up early morning, 4 o'clock for happiness. Some people get married for happiness. I don't know why you are laughing. So, some people get married for happiness, other people get divorced for happiness. In short, all our involvement in life and withdrawal from the life is aimed at fulfilling our desire for happiness. This is the conclusion. See? But what happens? We have got infinite desires and a finite source of energy to fulfill the desires. But we don't give up. We want to fulfill the desires. Then we enter the second stage in our spiritual life. Then devotion begins. And what is our devotion? See? Devotion is we go before the Lord and talk to Him. Oh Lord, Bhagavan says, yes, you have infinite energy, but you have no desires. You are apta kama. Yes, I know that, Lord says. Then we say, oh Lord, I have got infinite desires but no energy. I know that also. Then why not we sign an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding? So I invest my desires, you invest your energy, and this is our devotion. So our going to the temple or to the God is not for Him. Our life should be the means and God should be the goal. But what happens to us? God becomes the means and life becomes the goal. This is called as sadhya sadhana viveka abhava, absence of the discrimination between the means and the goal. Our life is the means. Abidance in the absolute is the goal. But instead of that, we are so much buried under this burden of desires that our devotion is nothing but fulfilling the desires. See? Therefore, devotion begins. And you will see all the devotees, they have only one thing. Either they are living in fear or they are living in guilt. Guilt and fear, these are the two blemishes on the mind of human beings. So they go before the Lord, oh Lord, Krishna, 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 you know everything. I have cheated so many people, you know. I was having satsang in Vrindavan, and not a huge one. I don't like huge things. Small little thing is good. So in a small room, about 20-25 people were sitting, and one person came, very huge and hefty, dashing everybody, came and landed on my feet. And then he said, Swamiji, please save me. I kept quiet. See, I don't want to go to hell. Please help me. Again I kept quiet. I don't know what is the case. He said, I have committed all kinds of crimes. I confess before you. I have done everything. But now I know the way I lived my whole life. I will definitely go to hell, but I don't want to go to hell. Please help me. I told him, first of all, stop crying. Second thing, I promise you, you will not go to hell. Immediately, really? Yes. He said, after doing so many sins, I will not go to hell. I said, no. Why? Where are you now? You will go to hell if you are not in the hell. Friends, if we are not at peace with ourselves, we are in hell. Swarga and Narak, hell and heaven, these are not the places like Charlottes or Charlottesville or Cary. These are the places. Hell and heaven, these are not the places. See, friends, if you study Kathopanishad, there Nachiket defines heaven. Swarge loke na bhayam kinchanasti, na tatra tvam na jaraya vibheti, ubhe tirtva ashanaya pipase, shokatigo modate swargaloke. Swargalok, the heavens are what? Where na bhayam kinchanasti, there is a total freedom from fear. We have fear on account of three things. With reference to the body, the fear is old age and death. We all suffer never because of death, but because of the fear of death. If I die now here, I won't suffer, you will suffer. How to dispose of this body now? See? So, Swarge loke na bhayam kinchanati na tatra tvam na jaraya vibheti. Jara is old age and death. So that experience where old age and death is not an issue, you are in the heavens. How much time, energy we waste on this? If you accept yourself to be body, nothing wrong. But then accept all the things associated with body as inevitable. See, friends, whatever is created is subject to destruction. This world is made up of the fabric of complementary opposites. Where there is birth, there is a death. Health, disease. Loss, gain. Joy, sorrows. This is bound to be. You cannot change it. There was a great master in Vrindavan who has influenced my whole life. His name was Swami Akhandanandaji Maharaj. When he was born, according to the Kundali his grandfather made, they came to know that he is going to die at the age of 19. So he was married very early. At the age of 10 or 12 he was married. And by the time he was hardly 13, 14, he had 2 children or 3 children. But he was so frightened, he went from one Mahatma to another Mahatma. Sir, I don't want to die. According to my Kundali, I will die at the age of 19, but I don't want to die. Everywhere he went, all the Mahatmas told him, look here, death is inevitable. You cannot stop it. Then I can help you to get freedom from fear over the fear of death. See, friends, the real heaven is leading a fear-free life. See? So, with reference to body, 2 things, old age and death. With reference to prana, ashana pipase, hunger and thirst. And with reference to the mind, shoka mohau, the grief and delusion. Where freedom from old age and death, hunger and thirst, shoka and moha is existing, that fear-free experience is called as heaven. See, the word heaven or swarga, swa means our own self, our essential self. Ga means gati, our essential self. If we abide in our own being, we will never have the fear of any kind. Upanishad says, Dvitiyatvai bhayam bhavati. Wherever there is a sense of otherness, there is fear. So we don't go to the temple with love for the God. Either we go for fulfilling our desires, or we go out of fear. Many people, they collect, like children have the hobby of collecting the small, those cartoons, small things they collect. Some of them collect the stamps. So many people have got the hobby of collecting mantras. And they have to do 101 mantras. And then Monday has come Unasha, 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 Unasha. Tuesday has come Jaya Anumana, Jnana Gunasagar. Budhwara has come. One day or the other, some mantra. And it becomes so big on them. And suppose they have forgotten one mantra chanting, then they are, oh God, today I have not chanted Hanumanji's mantra. What will you do now? Living in fear is not spirituality, please understand. Drop all kinds of fear. The real devotion is the one where devotion for the Lord exists. There, fear cannot exist. Fearful existence is not devotion. See, friends, we doubt Him. We don't have confidence in Him, whether He is taking care of us or not. Simply singing will not help. Jehi bidhi rake ram, tehi bidhi rahiye. No. The real spirituality begins when we understand a basic principle. See? So, devotion we practice to invoke His grace so that our desires are fulfilled. Like I told, with the word dharma, with the body yoga. In the same manner, with the desire, devotion, and with ourselves, in invocation of Kundalini Shakti. We all have the infinite potentiality which is coiled and tightened into a small box. So there we are told there are 6 chakras. And here the biggest confusion ever exists. See? There is one of my book, Fundamentals of Life, in English, and in Hindi, Shiva Sutra Sadhana. This book should be available on the internet, you can go and check. There I exhaustively explained this, what is Kundalini. To tell you in short, first of all, they talk about chakra bheda, opening of the chakras. The word bheda does not mean opening only. Sanskrit language is so beautiful. There are many shades of understanding from each root. Bheda also means rahasya, the secret. देखो, आपके सौंदर्य का क्या भेद है? What is the secret of your beauty? Oh, it is the beauty parlor. Okay. Because we go to beauty parlor and do the makeup to cover the breakup. And when that person comes from the heavy rains, all the makeup is washed away. Even the husband doesn't recognize. Jao. Originality has come up. See? So Bheda is secret. So what is the secret of these 6 chakras? Be very attentive. Getting tied up in the Mooladhara chakra means living as the body, for the body, on everybody. Whole life is lived only as the body. See? Whenever we talk to others, we talk only as Mr. Somebody. When I was a child, when I was born, when I was a teenager, we don't realize all these stages, birth, childhood, teenage, middle age, belong to the body, not to you. You are the same. See, unless we recognize this principle, we will be caught up only in this Mooladhara chakra. So, the secret of Mooladhara chakra is freedom from body identification. When the freedom from body identification happens, then the second chakra opens up, meaning the secret is, then there will be no burden of desires. We all have desires only when we are identified with the body. In the deep sleep, when we are not identified with our body, we have no desires. Think. And our whole life is only trying to fulfill the desires, and it can never happen. So we end up in the Manipur chakra, what is called as the place for greed. See, there is no end. If you see in your houses, how many things you have collected over years. I went in somebody's house, a South Indian in Texas, and they had a very big Lord Shiva, you know, that Nataraj kept near the door before we exit. And near that door there was one small bowl having vibhuti. So before going out he used to put little vibhuti so people know that he has taken bath, although he has not taken. See? So it was always there. One day when we were going, that katori was not there. He shouted, "Where it has gone?" You people always do like that. I said, be cool. You want vibhuti? Come. That Nataraj Shiva who was there, I took this finger and moved over his hand like this and put the vibhuti. You ask them, why you are keeping this thing in your house? Nahi, kaam aayega. Kya kaam aayega? keep on accumulating, accumulating. That greed is getting caught up in the Manipur chakra. See, friends, unless we rise above the lower three chakras, we have not taken a birth as the seeker. Till then, we are only believers. The seeker starts first with the belief, then with the inquiry and action. So now the seeker is born, he has enough of this world. Like, be attentive, Tulsidas ji says in Ramcharitmanas, Dharmate birati jogate jnana jnana moksha prada veda bakhana. If we are walking the path of dharma, how do we know? We all have this wrong notion. I am very religious. What is the path of religion? Dharmate birati. If dispassion is discovered in our heart, then only we are following the path of dharma. Dharmate birati. Because what the dharma tells us, last life, this life, next life. So we are here on a vacation. This is not our house. Then your spirituality has begun. Like now I am staying in Narayanji's house. I am 100% clear that I am here for a vacation. I have not come here to earn money, but to spend money. I have not come here to get something, but to give something. Don't we go to the vacation with a budget? My budget is, I'll spend maybe 200,000 rupees. Where? I'm going to Bali. Very good. We go there. We don't save money there because we have gone for a vacation. We spend everything and come back. Exactly the same way. We are in this world on a vacation. This is not our house. Whatever may be your place of vacation, whatever beautiful it may be, after some time you get bored. Then you want to go now. Chalo, chalte hai apne. Let's go back. See, exactly the same way. If we have really lived dharma in our life, then we come to know that this house is just a condo which we have obtained from our parents. Live here. After the job is there, get out. But so identified with the body. If the body is fat, I am fat. If the body is thin, I am thin. If the body is black, I am black. If the body is woman, I am woman. There is no end to that. On what ground we claim that the body is me and the body is mine? On what ground? The body is not created by us. You may claim, I am a self-made man, like amoeba born through binary fission. No. The body doesn't listen to us. And yet, I am the body. What logic it is. See, friends, and once you take this theoretically, that this body cannot be me, your attraction toward the world will reduce tremendously. See, I had a watch and somewhere I was caught up and I had no choice. So I gave this watch to somebody. I said, hey, you take my watch, give me 500 rupees. I'm in a dire need. So he took the watch and gave me 500 rupees. After that was done, somebody who saw my watch all the time, he saw the watch with that person. And it so happened, it fell from his hand and one car ran over it and the watch was totally destroyed. So the friend of mine, he says, Haji, you gave your watch to that man? I said, yes. You know what he has done? He has thrown it on the floor and a car ran over, it's destroyed. What is my interaction? Never mind. Why? I already had 500 rupees. Vairagya, dispatch. See, friends, when we thus lead the life of Dharma, this is what is the purpose of Dharma Shastra. We existed before this body was born. We are existing in this body. When this body is dropped, nothing is lost. If you take this principle, a seeker is born. Now, the seeker starts working on his mind. See, friends, when we start working on our mind, then we have entered the Anahat Chakra. The lower three chakras, they are samsara. Body identification, struggle to fulfill desires, and getting lost in the greed, these three are the samsara. When you come to the Anahat Chakra, now you start working on your mind. Friends, we have worked on everything in this world. Our house, furniture, painting, decorations, wall hangings, food, organic food, taking care of the figure. See, what we have done till date to take care of our mind. Don't answer this question. Answer is the same for everybody. You have done nothing. Think, friends. It is so important. I'll tell you an experience to make this point. I was in Lucknow many years before. I was pretty young that time. And one of my friends with whom I was staying, he was the descendant of Kumbhakarna, sleeping late, up to 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock. So, and as usual, I got up early morning, finished my everything, and I was studying, reading something, sitting in the sun. It was a winter day. So the barber came. Those days, the barbers used to go from house to house and shave. People never used to shave themselves. So the barber came, and my friend, he took out his head out of the quilt, still sleeping, and the barber started whitewash, tack, 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 tack. And in that, he was constantly sharpening his razor, every now and then. 10 times, 20 times he will do first on the stone, then on the leather belt, patak, 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 and then he will see, slowly touch his thing, and then give one cut and again start. So I had told him, hey, how many times will you sharpen? Come on, finish it quickly. He looked at me. He said, have you ever shaved in your life? I said, no. Then you will not understand. He said, the sharpness required for shaving is of different quality than the sharpness required for cutting the vegetables. In the same manner, the sharpness of the mind required for knowing the truth is of different quality than the sharpness of the mind required to cheat the people and earn more money. See, friends, that is important. So we have to take care of our mind. We have never taken care of our mind in our whole life. Our understanding is because there are thoughts in the mind, therefore we are thinkers. All of us suffer 100% exclusively only because of our own mind. If you can mind your mind, you have done a great favor to yourself. The mind is making us dance. We don't realize it. The mind survives on 3 diets, like carbohydrates, proteins and fats. Either the mind will be ruminating over the past. You must have seen why the youngsters don't like to be in the company of the old people. Because the oldies are constantly talking about their past. Jab hum bacche the, arey who cares? See? Nobody is interested in our past. People are concerned about their future. But oldies have no future. For me, what is the future? Other than the grave. See? So what will I do? I'll talk about my childhood. See, when I was a child, nobody wants to know. See? This is how the mind survives. Second thing, we worry about the future. And what is worry? Worry is an attempt to solve the non-existing problem. I don't know what is going to happen to this world. If you don't know, relax. If you know, be prepared. Where is a place for worries? See, friends. And then when we are in the present, we start comparisons. Oh, this temple has got a big hall. The other temple I went, it had a small hall. Now, what is the need to talk about it? There is no need. But the mind, for its own survival, either it will take us in the past or future or comparisons. Therefore, the first step to work on the mind is this. Before we talk to anybody on any topic, ask a question to yourself. Is it necessary to talk? I guarantee you, you don't have to observe maunam. You will become quiet without efforts. You must have seen when 10, 20 people come, small groups are formed. And in that group, what is the discussion? Observe this. See, one person tells, I was coming and one bicycle fellow, he just dashed a child, in that garden and the child fell. Over. The story ends. But do you think the other person will keep quiet? No, nothing. When, I was coming, that motorcycle came and dashed that bicycle fellow. He has to get involved and participate. There is no need. Nobody asked you this. The third person, then nothing. One car came and that motorcycle which was going through 2 cars, they dashed, and I tell you it was such a terrible accident. Fourth one, this is nothing. I saw a big tanker coming and dashing the car. There is a competition. You, in comparison to your accident, my accident was better. Try this. Don't get involved. It is not necessary that we have to talk. See, friends. And we always talk to others about our past, which is dead and gone. This is one spiritual practice. If you are a seeker, observe this sincerely. Don't talk about your past. Don't ask anybody about their past. Then what to talk? Talk about government, which is an illusion. Talk about the trade, which is another illusion. Talk about the volcanoes. Do you know, on this earth, there are many holes. And where from the holes come, we don't know. And then become holy. That's all. Thus, observe this. Before we talk to somebody, ask a question. Is it necessary to talk? And we only go on talking about ourselves. Nobody has ever asked us. I was in Badrinath with a dozen of people. One person comes from nowhere and starts telling about himself. Swamiji, I have got two sons. One is in USA, one is in UK, and they are doing very well and they are well settled. I have come here for darshan, but now I'm in a hurry. I am going. Thank you. Who asked you? Think, friends. Don't talk about your past. You will start living in the present. About the future, we can do nothing. Because future never comes in our life. We always live in the present. Then what is to be done in the present about the future? Be prepared. When you are coming from home to this temple, you do not know what kind of traffic, what kind of diversions are there. So, will you worry? I don't know. No. You are prepared. Any kind of diversion, any kind of traffic, you are prepared. You are not worried. See, friends, prepare yourself. And a person who is prepared, he has to be in the present. Be attentive. A person who does not carry the burden of the past tense and the future tense, for him there is no present tense. Present tense has existence with reference to the past tense and future tense. Those who live in tenses, they live in tensions. All the time. जाने कहाँ गए वो दिन, वो गए भाड़ में, तुम भी जाओ. There is no need. See, friends, in this manner, when we start working on our mind, then a seeker is born. Now the second thing, we not only talk to others, but we also talk to ourselves. Non-stop poultry farm is functioning. Cock, 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 cock. See? And what we talk? We talk about the future. When I had to go there, I had to cut vegetables, so many people are coming. He always never tells at the last moment he tells, he doesn't understand how much I had to do. Cock, 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 cock. Try this. Not afterwards, right now. Next 60 seconds, don't talk to yourself. Now see what exactly has happened. Observe. When you are not talking to yourself, you don't feel like talking to others also. Did I tell you, don't talk among yourself? I didn't say. I simply said, don't talk to yourself. When we talk to us, we are going in the future. When we talk to others, we go in the past. The net result is, we are never present. I have been talking for last 44 minutes. Now, how many minutes you have heard me? Huh? Even this is not heard, because the mind has already gone somewhere. friends, a seeker is born when he starts working on his mind. See, friends, start working on the mind. To work on the mind, we must know the working of the mind, how the mind works. See? The mind works in a very methodical way. Mind has two aspects. One is the subjective aspect, second is the objective aspect. Like, this is a phone. Now, how do I know this is a phone? What is the process of knowledge that is happening in the mind? First step, this is a phone. Second step, I know this is a phone. Third step, I am not the phone. This is a donkey. I know this is a donkey. I am not the donkey. In this process of knowledge, there are two distinct things. One is subjective, the knower, I know. Second, the object which is known. And about that known object, our understanding is I am not that object. So one is the I aspect, second is the not I aspect. See, be attentive. Whatever we have given importance to, that alone enters our mind. That to which we have not given importance never enters our mind. See? Like you all being Indians, you have given importance to India in your mind. Therefore, whenever you are talking, you are always talking, back home in India, things are like this. Have you ever said, in China things are like this? In Cambodia things are like this, because you have not given importance to that. So if we have given importance to something, that something will enter our mind as a foreign body and start creating disturbances. Like when a bacterial or a viral infection enters, it is a foreign body. Then that foreign body creates all the disturbances. Therefore, we have to clearly understand whatever we have given importance, that alone disturbs us. If we have given importance to the money, money will disturb us. If we have given importance to the discipline, discipline will disturb us. If you have given importance to perfection, you will be perfectly miserable. Think. Therefore, what is the real spiritual practice? We have to devalue all that what we have given importance. If we have to talk about ourselves, what we talk? Only two things. If you summarize the total speech, we talk about our past possessions. We talk about our total relations. If you drop possessions and relations, you have nothing to talk. And how these possessions and relations are born? They are born after body identification. See? Therefore, a child who is hardly 4 or 5 years and an old man who is 80 not out, between the two, what is the difference? This oldie has a long past, therefore many possessions and many relations. A child of 5 years has a very short past, so few possessions and few relations. Therefore, the child is casually happy over silly things. Oldie, 80 not out. Even if you take something to tickle him, he will not laugh because the burden of the total past and in the form of possessions and relations. See, friends. Therefore, the real spiritual practice is now stop giving importance to anything in this world. The mind will dissolve like an ice cube in the ocean. When the ice cube falls in the ocean, the ice cube slowly dissolves. And in that process of dissolving, there is neither a noise nor any activity. In the same manner, when the mind is free from the division of I versus not I, that mind dissolves in the consciousness. Like water and ice, both are waters. What is the difference? The water is comfortable in every container. Let it be a petri dish, let it be a test tube, let it be a capillary tube. Water is comfortable everywhere. But the ice cubes, they want only their shape container. Otherwise, they will be very awkward. In the same manner, when this total past and future is dropped, mind is dropped, dissolved in the consciousness, such a person is at home in every place, in every situation, and therefore always happy. See, friends, this is spiritual life. We have to work on it. Nobody can do it for us. Like, we go and tell the Panditji, Panditji, kindly do Mahamrutyunjay Japa for me, for my good health. And then Sethji, Dakshina, you people are very greedy. Okay, take Sawa Rupiya. So you give Sawa Rupiya to that Panditji. And by the time the Sethji turns around, Panditji says, Sethji, jap ho gaya. So quickly, Mahamrutyunjay Japa of 1 crore, so fast. Sawa Rupiya mein aise hi hota hai. Friends, on a spiritual path, there is no proxy. We have to live our life. We have to die our death. We have to lead our spiritual life. Nobody can do it for us. So start working on your mind. So I am giving these 2 simple techniques. Before we talk to anybody on any issue, ask a question. Is it necessary to talk? See? Similarly, stop talking to yourself. Give it a try. And for this, you can observe when you are driving the car, how much you keep on talking. You are talking to yourself. Stop talking. You are at peace. Then we know the meaning of living in the present is living as the presence. Then we are the divine presence. Bhagavan Sri Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, Sarvasya chaham hrudi sannivishtaha mattaha smriti jnanam apohanancha vedaischa sarvai ahameva vidyaha vedantakrut veda videva chaham. I am the essence of everything and being. Sarvasya cha aham hrudi sannivishtaha. I am in the heart of everyone. Now don't take that dumb kind of meaning. In the heart, Bhagwan is sitting there and getting blood bath. No. Heart means if you remove the heart from a person, he can't survive. In the same manner, that because of which we are existing, that is the heart. So I am the heart of everything. Now what is that everything? Mattaha, Smriti, Jnanam, Apohanancha, four things. Jnanam, waking experiences. Smriti, dream experiences. Apohanam, deep sleep experiences. Chakarat, Samadhi. I alone support waking, dream, deep sleep and Samadhi. Is it not our experience? What are you in the deep sleep, man or woman? But you are there. What are you in deep sleep, rich or poor? Where are you in deep sleep, in America or India? When are you in deep sleep, 2016 or 1947? All the time, space and object has zero meaning in deep sleep because we are not identified with the body. But we continue to exist. So this absolute existence, which is supporting the waking without becoming a waker, dream without becoming a dreamer, deep sleep without going to sleep, and samadhi which is never breaking. Sarvaihi Vedaihi Ahameva Vidya. All the purpose of all the scriptures is only this. Come to know who am I. Then we have entered the spiritual path as a seeker. See, friends, Bhagavan clearly tells this. Sarvaihi Vedaihi Aham Eva. Eva means that only. Vidya Eva only we have to recognize. We don't have to do anything. See, friends, that is what I told you. Spiritual life means what? How much time and energy it will take for a wife to become a woman or for a husband to become a man. No at all. That simple is the spiritual life. But the basis, we get lost only in this do good, and how long will you play with that KG1, KG2? You have to grow. See? All the time twisting the body, yoga. Yoga means nothing but twisting the body. But real yoga means straightening the mind. That they don't straighten. See? Similarly, all the time after that poor God, Krishna, 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 Rama, 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 Rama. One day, somebody asked me, Swamiji, you are a Krishna Bhakta. Why you don't chant Ram's name? I say, it's not that I chant everybody's name. But I like Krishna definitely. Why? I said, because Rama is already frustrated because of the devotees. He said, how come? Everybody keeps on chanting his name. Ram, 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 Ram. Just imagine your own child is constantly calling you, Mummy, 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 Mummy. You tell, Beta, what do you want? Mummy, 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 Mummy. But what do you want? Mummy, 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 Mummy. Give one, shut up. In the same manner, poor Ram, 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 Ram. Bhagavan says in your heart, my dear devotee, what do you want? But we are not listening to him. We are listening to our own blabbering. Ram, 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 Ram. And therefore, Hanumanji is next to Bhagwan Ram. Bhagwan Ram says, Hanumanji, chew. Lagao isko. Therefore, he has got a danda in his hand. As regards Bhagwan Krishna is concerned, you go on telling Krishna, Krishna, he doesn't listen. He is busy with his own flute. Don't trouble gods. In Mahabharata, one story comes. Once, Bhagwan Krishna and Arjun were going. Arjuna said, Oh Lord, who is the best devotee of you? Is there somebody bigger than me? I am the biggest devotee. Bhagavan said, we'll see later, let's go for a walk. They changed their costumes, became normal and went. And he said, see that lady, old lady, she is doing meditation. Next to her there is a sword. Just go and do like this, but don't reveal your identity. And talk to her why she is doing meditation. So Arjuna goes there and so she opened the eyes. He said, Mother, salutations. I am surprised to see you are doing meditation, prayers to the Lord, and there is a sword next to you. What kind of devotee you are? He said, no, I am waiting for two persons. I am a devotee of Krishna, I am waiting for two persons. I want to kill them. How come? Who are those two? First is Draupadi. Arjuna starts shaking. What she has done? At the most, what would have happened? She would have become naked before everybody. So what? But she called my Krishna and made him in the cloth to wrap around her dirty body. Is this a devotion? If I see her, I will kill her. Arjuna was shaking. And who is the second Amma? Second? That Arjuna. He made my Krishna drive his chariot. When the arrows were coming, first they were hitting my Krishna and then going to him. Is this devotion? A devotee doesn't put the Lord into a 22 position. See, friends, a devotee is the one. Jehi vidhi rakhe ram, tehi vidhi rahe. When everything good is happening, out of courtesy we say, by God's grace, everything is okay. Please understand, even in the worst condition of our life, it is God's grace, nothing else. Like the sun cannot give darkness, in the same manner, every experience, every situation in our life is the divine grace. When this starts happening, then the devotee is evolving on the spiritual platform. Therefore, all our gods, they have got this mudra, you must have seen, go and see in the temple. This left hand is not a Varadhasta. Bhagavan says, enough, kitna mangoge? How much will you ask? Enough. And this hand is, if you don't listen, I am going to give you one. Don't go on constantly demanding. See His grace in every experience. When this happens, we are at peace with ourselves. The real spiritual practice is this. We are at peace with ourselves. Then we are at peace with everybody. Then we have nothing to talk. We are not obliged to answer every question. People may ask, like I face this question always. Swami, where from you are? So I said, I am from your heart. Then that person gets tickling. Really? Yes. See, friends, don't create samsara. Merge in Him. And for that, as I told, here we are on a vacation. It is not a permanent stay. You may think, I have got a green card, red card, a yellow card, and I am a citizen and all that. Nothing. All, just imagine, you know your parents. Some of us know the grandparents. Very few may know great-grandparents, 3 generations. 4th generation upwards, we never know and we don't want to know. The same is going to be your and my story. But we feel, Konyasti sadrusho maya. We are here only for one purpose. Bhagavan says, Uddharedatmanatmanam natmanam avasadayet atmaiva atmano bandhu atmaiva ripuratmana. Like when we go to the college or the school, there our attention is that we are learning. We are growing in knowledge. We don't tell the teacher, sir, she has not understood. No, we take care of ourselves. In the same manner, this life is only for one purpose. Come to discover your essential nature. That is the goal. And all that we do is directed towards it. Then it is spiritual practice. If it is taking us away from our goal, whatever you do, it is a samsara. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.